Hello and welcome to the Musical Instrument Investigator. Today on the website of Stacey's Auctioneers based in the UK, I'm going to have a look at their latest sale which has musical instruments in. Seems to be mainly guitars, and I thought we would have a look. So they got this 2-day sale, and then on the second day, which is finishing on the 25th of June, it's the 19th today, so a few days left to go, they have a whole load of guitars, quite a lot actually. We're on their website today. We could go via the sale room, but I thought it'd be nice to kind of look on their website. So it's a little bit of a different layout to what we're used to. Buyer's premium's 25% for this auction, so whatever the final hammer price is, you need to add 25% on top. This is a UK based auction, so bear that in mind if you're going to bid. Import, export fees, CITES restrictions, all of that fun stuff. I'll put a link into the catalogue as always. If you do enjoy these videos, please consider subscribing, like, comment, turn on notifications, all of that fun stuff. So without further ado, let's just have a look and see what we've got here. So it's an Epiphone Sheraton guitar, 1998, with the limited edition Union Jack here. Quite a few pictures there. Estimate is 1800 to 2200. Got a Gibson Les Paul, the hollow light burst flame top. Not sure exactly what the model number is of this one, but 1600 to 1800 is the estimate on that. They call it ES Hollow Light from 2015. Got a 2015 Fender Custom Shop 1960s NOS there, 1300 to 1500. Rare Texas T finish. It's quite an interesting colour there. Nice back of the headstock. Right, we've got a 1979 Fender Strat with tremolo, 700 to 900 there. That doesn't seem like too bad an estimate for 1979. So there we go. 2007 Gibson USA .335 there, 1000 to 1200. Interesting backdrop that they've got there. Might just zoom out a tiny bit so that we can see some of the other pictures all in one go. Another Gibson here, 1977 Gibson Les Paul here. No evidence of refret or other work, 2000 to 2500. 1977. So quite interesting collection of items so far. Bit of damage kind of up there. Slight cosmetic damage to rear of headstock. Okay. Interesting. Some internal shots there as well. 2019 Fender Limited Collection Telecaster, made in Japan, 5 to 700. 1979 Fender Strat there with tremolo. I'm wondering, did we not just click on that one? I think I'm going mad. Yeah, I clicked on the wrong one. That's good. 2017 Fender Telecaster Limited Edition. That's interesting. Blackwood top. Don't see that too often. 900 to 1000. Got a mixing desk there. Soundcraft mixing desk. We can probably go past that. 1975 Gibson Marauder. Overall fair condition. Some overspray in the front. These are pretty cool guitars, to be honest. They're quite interesting. 700 to 800 they want on that. 2003 Gibson Les Paul Custom Shop R8, based on the 1958, 1300 to 1500 on that one. And USA Fender Jimmy Page Mirror Telecaster, solid body, 1960 stained glass strap. Okay, interesting. 950 to 1150 on that. Fender Custom Shop Classic Stratocaster, 900 to 1100 on that. It's got Paduk rosewood style neck. Okay, that's interesting. Something a bit different. 2016 Fender American Elite thin line there. 900 to 900, interesting estimate there. See, there's a lot of Fenders here. 2020 Fender USA limited edition professional. Once again, quite interesting neck on that one. Once again, estimate a bit curious. 2015 Telecaster Elite in Autumn Blaze. 800 to 900 on that. 2011 Fender Telecaster Telebration Custom Model. 900 bid on that. Not the greatest quality of photos, being honest. 2000 Fender Professional Series made in Japan Paisley Telecaster. It's quite cool. So quite an interesting auction so far. I wonder if this is one person's collection, because it's all decent stuff so far. Gibson Firebird there, 800 to 900. 1995 Gibson Howard Roberts Fusion Archtop. These are pretty cool. 1500. The estimate, that's quite cheap. I thought these are quite expensive normally. Okay, 1999 Yamaha MSG Custom Martin Booth collaboration. Fender Jazz from 2006 there. Yamaha SG 2000s, these are pretty good. 1300 to start on the bids there. 2007 USA Fender in Olympic white. Another Yamaha SA 2200. These are great actually. I think these are really nice. Really good players. I played one a long time ago at one of the guitar shows. Got to be a good kind of close to 20 years ago. Really nicely made instruments. Really good. 1200. Yeah, it's quite a good price, I think, if it goes for that. Right, 1960. We're getting a bit of a problem there. 1963-64 Gibson EB3 solid body bass. 1800 to 2000 there. We're just having a really brief look. We're not kind of going in too deep. If we see anything super interesting, we'll spend a bit more time. Gretsch Electromatic there. 2018 Fender Japan Traditional 60s Telecaster. So far really high standard actually. Fender made Mexico Wilco Johnson Telecaster. 2013. Early 2000s Godin Kingpin. Yeah, I remember these. Don't think I've ever played one before, but interesting model there. Quite a solid auction so far. 2013 Reverend Warhawk with an offset body. Deep Sea Metallic Blue starting at 400. 2018 Reverend Volcano V guitar, discontinued model. Another Reverend guitar there, the double agent. Fairly good kind of budgety guitars. Right now we're onto a lower thing here. 2021 Sky Blue Harley Benton. So this is the Thomann own brand stuff there. One of these Fender Acoustasonic Telecaster things. These were really popular for a while. I don't know if they're still popular, but they're definitely popular. Korean PRS SE, the low budget PRS there. 2019 Fuji Gen Guitars Telecaster there. 200 to 300. Supro Hampton Flamed Maple Electric Guitar from 2017. Quite a nice looking model actually. Interesting looking thing. 450 starting bid. 2020 Squire Paranormal Cabrinita. Okay, not a model that I know. Another PRS SE there. Yamaha Revstar. This is one of the newer models. I say newer-ish, from a few years ago. Never played one, but they look pretty cool. Quite interesting kind of denim finish to that. PRS SE Zach Myers semi solid body. Yeah, really quite a lot of guitars. PRS Custom 22. That is not a very nice top, in my opinion. That looks quite nasty. Another Reverend here, Air Sonic. PRS SE Bernie Marsden. Fender Jim Adkins thin line Telecaster there. Fairly nice. Can move on to the next page. So we've got lots more stuff. Right, a Reverend Greg Koch signature Gristle Master Telecaster there. 400 to 600. Quite nice looking. 2011 PRS Studio Electric Guitar, fair condition, 5 to 600. I think the value of a lot of these PRS guitars is really kind of not really. I always like these tuners, actually. They're really cool. Value of a lot of these PRS guitars really hit quite low, I think. Got a little beginner guitar there. Never owned a PRS. Definitely played one or two, but never a fan, being quite honest. Here's some amps, some wah-wah pedals and things here. Old Burns amp here from the 1960s. That's interesting. 900 to 1200 on that. PV. Got some kind of violin here. It's a low-end French violin there. 40 to 60. That's a fair estimate. Some kind of bow in the back as well. Some microphones, some more amps here. Let's see what here. Fender Pro Sonic. Modern Vox AC30 in a kind of white-ish cover. Marshall amplifier using Kettner. Some Boss stuff here. Black Star. Fender, an older H&H amp there. Some mixing desks and things. Marshall amp there. Epiphany SG, so that's kind of lower tier stuff. Right, Gordon Smith, let's have a look at that. Gordon Smith GS model with P90s, 3 to 400. These are really good guitars. I did own briefly one of the A model of Gordon Smith for some point. Really good guitar, actually, but I think I just had too many guitars at the time, so it's cool to see that. Squire there. PRS SC. Fender Boxer HH series, made in Japan. 4 to 600 on that. See what else we've got here. Gretsch Electromatic, 4 to 600. Another Yamaha MSG there, so a few of those about. Aria TS 400. Ibanez Artcore 5-string bass. That's kind of, I've definitely not seen that model before, actually. So that's kind of an interesting one. Yamaha MSG Deluxe with that kind of locking trem system. Hiscox case, another Gretsch there. Washburn. These old Hofner acoustics. Ibanez ST55 solid body. Another Gordon Smith here, 1980s with a double cutaway. 400 to 600. These are really good guitars, to be fair. stand there. Esquire Custom, Taylor Baby, a few other bits here and there. Clarinet, Fender Esquire Precision, Dean Acoustic, late 1950s Egmont Lucky 7 Rossetti Acoustic. Some low end kind of stuff there. I think we've got a keyboard there. All kind of multi effects there. 1970s CMI lawsuit Fender Strat, 250 to 350. Suzuki Acoustic Aria Acoustic there, another made in Japan, Gretsch Country Classic 2, 800 to 1000 on that. Fender Coronado there, that 12 string version, interesting, 1967, that's quite an interesting guitar. Right, that's cool. 1965 Wem Sapphire, 600 700, definitely don't see too many of those about either. Gretsch Country Gentleman bass, that's a nice looking bass actually, 750 to 850, 1963. That's a really nice looking bass, I think. Interesting kind of back to it there. Interesting. 1975 Shergold Modulator. So we're getting some really interesting vintage stuff coming up now. These are pretty cool guitars. 1970s Gretsch Committee, a solid body. I think kind of a not too common to see. It's interesting there. 650 to 750. Here's a 1966 Fender Coronado, 800 to 900. National lap steel there. The ukulele there, one of these silver tones with its case amp. These are always really funny. Yamaha Pacifica Telecaster there. Really good, the Yamaha Pacifica stuff. A Sakova lawsuit era Japanese bass guitar, replica of a Hofner Beetle bass. Korean made acoustic there, silver tone guitar there. Gordon Smith G90 single pickup electric guitar. That's a cute little thing there. That's quite nice. 300 to 500 on that, not too bad. Got an accordion there. Little banjo and ukulele, some ukuleles and bits here. Some more pro audio. Here's a dulcimer there. Mandalele. That's interesting. A scratch built dulcimer with ornate decoration. That's pretty cool. What else we got here? Electroacoustic here. Hand-built acoustic guitar. See a theme here of interesting hand-built instruments. Another hand-built 12-string. John Lennon Special Edition Epiphanic Casino. Looks like at this point they've given up on taking photos. Watkins Rapier there. Keyboard there. Some recording stuff. Fender amps, Marshall. Interesting Cornell pedal there, I was going to say. That can't be too common either. First fuzz guitar pedal, 650, 750. That's an interesting one to see at auctions. So it's curious. You never know what you'll find at the auctions. Some more effects pedal stuff here. One of these Casio digital guitars there. Always interesting. Right, 1930s L series Gibson Archtop. It's quite cool. 450 to 650. Right, an Airline Rezo Glass JB Hutto model in red in original condition, comes with non-original gig back. 5 to 700 on that. 1960s Hofner hollow body bass guitar in sunburst. These are pretty cool. Spanish guitar there. Gold tone banjo there. Telecaster nylon. One of these Hofner Galaxy guitars. Hofner 1961 V4 solid body. These are quite cool. Don't see this model too often either. 1978 Fender Precision in the Antigua finish. That's quite interesting. Tokai breezy sound there. Made in Japan. These are quite popular as well. Okay, a 1966 Fender Strat in foam green. I suppose seafoam green, I presume. Body only, refinished by Clive Brown. Original parts. Okay, 9,500 to 12,500 on that. Interesting. I've taken a bit more time on the pictures on that. Interesting. That's curious. Not sure about the values of these things. I'm a bit unsure about that. Late 60s, most likely 1969 Fender Music Master 2. Okay, so budget way to get into a 60s Fender. Okay, we got a Patrick Eggle from the 1990s, New York Deluxe. (2014) Fender Limited Edition Telecaster there, sapphire blue. 2005 Gibson USA Les Paul Junior double cut there. 2009 Gibson Les Paul Studio. 2007 Fender Telecaster. What else do we have here? 1979 Fender Strat in natural finish, 1500 to 1700 there. (1963) Selmer Futurama Corvette amp. That's quite interesting. Watkins Westminster Dallas Arbiter. So some pretty vintage amps here in this auction. Right, 1981 Gibson Flying V guitar. That's quite an interesting model. I think we saw one of these recently, maybe at Gardner Hallgate, I think. Could be wrong. Old Selmer amp there. Cornell Plexi 7. But that is quite a nice little amp. Vox AC30 there. Head and cab. That's cool. 800 to 1,000 on that. Trace Elliott amp there. 1960s Fenton Whale Porter bass. Interesting. Fender Contemporary Stratocaster electric guitar. With factory fitted Carla locking vibrato. Okay, that's uncommon. 600 to 800, so that's interesting. See what else we've got here. Mesa Boogie single rectifier. We can see the back of it. All original Loudon G9 1981, 1800 to 2300. Very kind of desirable guitars from Northern Ireland. Very nice. Well, we've got one of these old Sound City amps, yeah, from the 1970s. Sound City 50. 250, 350. I feel that the value of these has really just gone down. At one point, I'm sure that these cost like $1,000 or so to buy those, but maybe not. A few more kind of pedals using Kettner here. Okay, early 1960s, Selmer treble and bass head and matching Selmer Goliath cabinet. That is awesome. I really like those ones. 800 to 1,000. That's really cool amps. 2016 Pelotti Wine Nancy handcrafted Telecaster electric guitar with certificate. Okay, interesting. And another Paoletti. I'm so out of the loop of all these kind of guitars and custom builders, so I don't really know who this is, but I assume that it's desirable. Fender Jazz Bass from 2005. Squire Precision Telecaster bass, or T bass anyway. Fender made in Japan T-type bass. I quite like these ones. Epiphone 335. A couple of mixing desks and some sampling stations there. Warwick Corvette bass there. Fender Squire Jazz. A Fender bass amp. Trace Elliott here. Goodman 5-string. Yamaha acoustic. One of these little Washburn reissue parlour guitars. 3-400. I think these are really cool. Like good value. Nice looking instruments. And a few guitars there. Tanglewood, Peavey Jack Daniels, and a Gretsch Jim Dandy. I think that is it for musical instruments. Now we get into pro audio. So there we have it. We have at least a few pages of musical instruments on this sale. A lot of guitars, actually, some really interesting guitars. I'm quite surprised. I thought this was going to be quite a junky auction, but far from it. There's some really nice stuff, really interesting. I kind of get in my head that only kind of Gardner, Hallgate, and then in the States, heritage auctions do the really good guitar auctions. But to be fair, there's some pretty good stuff in this auction, so definitely worth looking at, especially if you like guitars. A few other random bits of musical instruments thrown in, but basically nothing. So yeah, some interesting guitars for sure. So yeah, thanks a lot for watching, really appreciate it, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.